What's going on, family? Hope you're having a great day. Real quick, for a lot of us, it's hard to cut off people. We'll cut them off, but we really don't cut them off. It's hard for us to cut them off, not because we don't want to, but because we have some bad habits. Whenever you get in a serious relationship, whenever you get engaged, whenever you get married, one of the hardest things for a lot of us to do is to cut out people that we used to deal with. You will be sitting around one day, they'll pop in your mind, you don't know why you're thinking about them, and you'll shoot them a text. How's life going? What's new? What's going on? And this is somebody that, be honest with you, you used to just kick it with, you hook up with, whatever you want to call it. And you wonder why it's hard to break old habits. It's because we always seem to go backwards. We don't do it out of fear. We do it out of us just being curious. And to be honest with us, we have to have a little bit more self-control. We have to be honest with ourselves, and we have to not entertain people that was once a part of our life for the wrong reasons. It's impossible to build with one person when you're still reaching back. It's impossible to go forward when you're always looking back. And we're all guilty of it because we have tendencies that we do this. We don't ever realize it. We don't realize that we do this, but it just happens. And then once it's all said and done, we're wondering, how in the world did we get to this place to where we're meeting up with them for lunch, we're on the phone talking, they texting, you're trying to catch up, and you're like, wow, we had some fun times. I really missed everything we had. But you're still compromising what you have with the person you're with, just to entertain somebody else. In your relationship, you're not always going to be happy. You're not always going to be interested. Things are not always going to be on 100, and you all are not always going to see eye to eye. But does that give you a reason to always go backwards and entertain somebody that really didn't mean anything to you but used you, but you still want to continue to keep in contact with them? And you wonder why your relationship cannot grow. And you wonder why things cannot happen right in your life. Because we continue to give people placement in our life that no longer serves placement. Let's just go ahead and be honest with ourselves. If we're never honest with ourselves, if we're never able to deal with the issues that we have, then we'll never be able to deal with the person. And like I said before, a lot of us are just guilty of it. We think about the person. It happens different for all of us. We think about them, wondering what they're doing, wondering where they're at, and it's all good. But like grandmama and my mother used to say, just pray for them. You ain't always got to try to find a person's number and text them. You ain't always got to try to call them up. Sometimes saying a prayer is just better than trying to string somebody back into your life that doesn't mean you any good. And the thing about it is that you really think you're missing something. I think even with our emotions being all over the place, with us, our attachment styles, and we feel like we're missing something out of life, and, we fell in love with the person and now we're not happy, and, you're not always going to be happy, but you don't want to put yourself in a predicament that makes you regret losing what you have for the sake of entertaining somebody that does not mean you any good. These are the things that we have to be honest with. And I'm not just saying that all of us are at this place. A lot of us have been here, and we know exactly what happens when we start messaging, when we start texting, and we start dealing with people that really didn't mean us any good. Because for some reason, they always pop back up. How's it going? How's you and your new boo? How's it going? Are you still in love? When y'all get married? They continue to go on and go on with all this nonsense, only for you to realize that why are they doing this? They're not only seeking and searching for things, but they also playing off your emotions. Don't give nobody the benefit of the doubt, and stop lying to yourself, and stop dealing with people from your past.